morning, students. With the part 2 account, let us now begin with the rectification of errors. The very first question in our mind, what is errors? Errors we all human used to make. Some errors are deliberate, some errors are innocent. Errors means mistakes. Errors means you have done something wrong. Errors means something which is not acceptable. So such errors when occur in books of account, how you ignore, how you let it be. So the errors, the very first question comes in mind is what is an error? Error, mistakes which to be rectified. The second question comes in your mind, that is what is rectification. Rectification means to rectify, to do something by which the mistakes what you have made you can solve. The mistakes which you have made, that can be according to the accounting form we can make it proper. So rectification means you have to admit and you have to check it out. That is what rectification. The third question comes in our mind is why rectification required? If we don't do rectification, what is wrong? We cannot allow it the error be in a books of account. Our main purpose is to know the true and fair profit of the business. Unless and until you rectify your errors, unless and until you solve all your queries and the things what you have done wrong, you cannot get your true and fair profit. The errors have its effect on profit. Such effect we will learn later on. So effect is there on profit. So when you rectify, those effects can be found and you can get the true and fair profit. So these are the basic three questions always there in the mind of a student. What is error, why we rectify, and what rectification means. Now the next very important question comes in mind, that how many types of accounting errors are there? Accounting errors are mainly classified into two categories. Errors which do not affect trial balance. Very smart errors. They exist in books of account but still very difficult to locate them. Because even though they exist, your trial balance total gets equal. Your trial balance total is same. So that's why we have understood the definition of trial balance. That if a trial balance tally, it gives us arithmetical accuracy of return books of account. So here the errors are so smart that they do exist but they are not affecting trial balance and so difficult to locate. So one section of errors are this. The another section is that errors which affect the trial balance. Very straightforward. Yeah, we are existing and that's why your trial balance total does not tally. So with the total only you come to know something is wrong. So these are the two basic types of errors. Now let us learn in detail that what are the types which do not affect the trial balance. The very first, error of omission. The word omission. What is the word meaning? English word meaning? Something you have omitted. Very fine. If you have omitted, then find it out what you have omitted and write down the correct journal entry. So rectification process is done. So error of omission are of two types. One, you may have done the part omission. The goods sold for 1000 rupee, you have recorded goods sold for 100 rupee. Means you have recorded but not with a full amount, you have recorded with a part amount. So error, you may have a part omission, error you may have a complete omission. So according to what actually happened, you have to write the correct journal entry to rectify such error. Number next is, that is error of principle. We have learned the certain principles of account. We will be having one more chapter also in part 2, the accounting principles and convention. As well as the rules are there. The basic 3 rules of account of debit and credit. If you don't follow You have debited something, you have credited something with the same amount, but what you have debited is wrong. What you have credited, that account is wrong. So here the error of principle. We have to find out what wrong we have done, and the rule for rectification is undo what you have done wrong and do what is required. With that principle, we need to write again a journal entry. Number 3, that is error of recording to a wrong account. Figure is right, but the account is wrong. You have paid salary, but you have recorded it as a wages. So here the wages is a wrong account. Salary is a correct account. So again we have to trace out that in which places we have made such type of mistake, and we need to write the journal entry to rectify. The next is, that is error committed at the time of recording primary book. How many primary books we have? The journal and the subsidiary books. So while recording all the transaction into the subsidiary book, you have made the mistake. For example, goods are sold to Ram. You have treated by mistake that you have purchased goods from Ram. There is a vast difference between purchase and sale. So the primary books of account, you have made the mistake. So again we need to write the journal entry. The next is compensatory error. Much more smarter errors. 2 or more than 2 errors occurred in such a manner that the figure point of view, both the errors are compensating one another. One error you have incurred where the problem is with the debit, and another error may occur where the problem is with the credit, and figure of both the errors are same. So trial balance get tally, but the errors do exist. So this is the compensatory error. Again with the trouble we have to find such error and we have to rectify. So when you have the error do not affecting trial balance, how you can rectify? The rectification entry in the journal proper you have to write to rectify such errors. And what is the logic you have to apply? Undo what is done wrong. Undo means reverse. And do what is required. What you have not recorded, record it, do it. That is what the logic of writing the journal entry. Here, error you may find it out before preparing final account, or it may be after preparing final account. If the such basic errors you found, you need to write the journal entries to rectify such error. So this is what the first section of errors which do not affect in trial balance and they do exist in books of account. Now let us understand the errors which affect the trial balance. Your total of trial balance does not tally. In this category, the very first is, that is errors regarding posting. You have done the wrong posting. See, primary book we record. In secondary book we do the ledger. We do the posting. So now mistake is not at this section. Up to this everything fine. Mistake is done at a second section, that is at a ledger posting. So you have done the error at time of posting. For an example, salary paid rupees 1000. This particular transaction posting to be done on the debit side of salary account 1000. You have debited salary account but with 100. So here your posting is less by 900 rupees. So such type of only one side posting error you have made. All these are the things where one side of the error is occurring, not the double side. Double side errors here, that is what do not affect in trial balance, but one side error, that's why it affects the trial balance. The second is errors regarding balance of an account. You must know the which balance has, which account has which balance. Suppose the building is an asset have the debit balance. So when you carry forward accounting from the one year to the another year, in the beginning only building opening balance you have recorded on the credit side instead of debit. So from the day one something is going on wrong. So the basic fundamental balances of every assets and liabilities you must know of income and expense, and if in that you have made the mistake, then the trial balance problem will arise. Third is errors in totaling the subsidiary book. When we prepare the subsidiary book, we always close the subsidiary book and the total we transfer to the respective account. For an example, sales book. Sales book give us the information regarding credit sales. Ultimately, the cash sales and the credit sales go to the sales account. So, when you have done wrong total of the sales book, the wrong total will go to the sales account with a wrong figure. And that's why the imbalance arise and two legs of trial balance does not tally. Next is that is an error committed at the time of preparing the trial balance. At the end of the year, you are preparing trial balance before final account. So when the trial balance you are preparing, and at that time it is a statement we have learned. When the statement you are preparing, for an example, wages account, wages have the debit, we know it is to be written in the debit column. The wages, the 1000 you have paid and you have written in the trial balance the wages as a credit in a credit balance column. So definitely your trial balance does not tally. So when such error occurred, you need to prepare new trial balance with the correct entries, with the correct its balances, and you have to show it in a proper manner. So in this manner, all these errors affect trial balance, and that's why the debit and credit total does not tally. You have some differences, and that's why a clear indication that something is wrong somewhere. Now the question is, what to do to rectify such errors? Now, in case of trial balance, a new trial balance to be prepared. But in all the rest of the cases, what you have to do? You have to do the posting process and note to be written for rectification before final account is prepared. We have to rectify with the help of a note. Now, suppose your final account are already prepared. Your trial balance does not tally. You have used one temporary account known as a suspense account. In chapter of trial balance, we have learned that when the trial balance does not tally temporarily, sometime we may use suspense account. Suspense account may have a debit balance also, may have a credit balance also. Whichever side total is less, we have to put the figure as a suspense account. So when after final account, and when in the final account you have already mentioned that suspense account is existing, at that time you have to write the journal entry with the help of suspense account to rectify all the errors which affect the trial balance. Because you have only one error, one account. So we need the second account. Which is the second account? That going to be the suspense account. So in this manner, the errors and rectification journal entry we will be learning for do not affecting trial balance, ledger posting, process explanation we learn for the affecting trial balance. For the trial balance error, we need to prepare new statement, that is very simple. And if the suspense account is used, we will learn the journal entry with the help of suspense account. We open the suspense account, we close the suspense account and it is going to be automatically closed down if all errors are rectified. So these are the sequential few examples we will be doing next time onwards, how to do the rectification for the particular errors. Thank you.